We needed it very badly. Coming off a 5-game losing streak, coach has just been preaching that we need to get some momentum going into the tournament. So getting this win was really big for us to start us off.
What did your team do in this game to create that momentum?
I think we just played with more energy, more fire for the game to start off with. We got off to a good start actually, so that helped us, and we happened to make some shots too, of course, which always helps. And yeah, that's really what it was.
Daryl, you started off pretty well, I think 7 points in the first 4 minutes or so. What did that tell you about what kind of game this was going to be for you going forward?
Yeah, I mean, that's always good to start off hot, see the ball going right away. Yeah, I know it just kind of got me into a rhythm. It was good to start off like that.
For you,
did you realize when in the later stages of the game that you're closing in on your career high?
Yeah, I did actually. And I missed the free throws, but it's all right. I still beat it, right, I think? Yeah,
you still did.
For you, shooting-wise, did you feel yourself improving as the game went on? Or did you find a flow early in your run?
Yeah, I mean, I think I started off with a couple mid-ranges. I think I missed like my first 2 threes. But just getting those closer shots helped me get a rhythm to step out to the 3-point line and kind of caught fire from there.
You got to the line quite a bit today. I know you missed a few later, but you had a nice streak going. How were you able to keep kind of baiting the defenders or trying to get some fouls on jump shots today?
I mean, I'm a good shooter, so people like to play me close and tight. So usually my coach preached for me to pump fake to get a little separation, and they were jumping, so I just happened to go into it.
You guys ended a losing streak today. What was kind of the morale or the mentality of the team going into this game, knowing that you were trying to end that streak?
Like we said, it was a must-win. Like we needed it completely. Coach, like I said, Coach was saying how we needed this win to start some momentum. We got next game coming up, so we got to keep it rolling there for momentum for the tournament.
Any other questions for Daryl? All right, Daryl, thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, I thought it was good to play in front today for a change. Makes it a little bit easier. I thought a big key was getting off to a good start, which we did that. I thought we didn't play perfect by any stretch, but I thought we played consistently how we competed today. We were more connected. We're better when Daryl scores 36, but I thought we defended. That team makes more threes, takes more threes, makes more threes, and I thought they shoot 10 for 32, and I thought our guys did a really good job. We fouled too many times, but I thought we out rebounded them. Our defense was decent, and then when our offense, I didn't think we had 89 points in us, but we did today. And but the credit goes to the players. 5-game losing streak. Things. They were disappointed in some of the games that they played, and I thought we played well today. Great crowd. And Daryl was right. We need momentum going into the Atlantic 10 tournament, and hopefully this gives us a little bit more confidence.
You had said earlier last week, I guess, that the game gets in the 70s and 80s, you're in trouble.
Yep.
And clearly that was not the case today for whatever reason.
Well, for whatever reason, it was Daryl's 36 points. I think he's averaging 18. So if he shoots 18, makes 18, then we got the 71. So probably less than 18. He's probably averaging. But yeah, it's we played. We shot the ball well. We got to the foul line. 30 times. Daryl played well. I thought Brett came in, gave us a lift. A couple mistakes, but I thought he did well. I thought Jan hit a couple big shots. But we played better. We defended better to hold that team to 31% from threes. It's a credit to our guys.
Mark, was there a level of frustration in this team over the last 5 games?
No, we're young. You look at everybody that's out there hasn't played a year at Bonaventure. So there's we knew going into the season there was going to be ups and downs, and as a coach you want everything to go perfect, but everything's not going to go perfect in the season. We've had some good games. We've had some not so good games. We've lost some close games, and you know, when you have a really good season, you win those close games, you know, and, you know, we could have 10 or 11 wins in our league if, you know, we did a decent job or a better job in a couple of those games. You know, we lose at Rhode Island, we lose at Duquesne. You know, those are 2 games that, you know, we had legitimate chances of winning. So you take those and you flip it. You know, I would think, you know, we would take 10 wins this year in the Atlantic 10 with such a young group.
And the second part, you know, with this win, is there a sense of relief on this team? Is there a sense of urgency now that the season's coming out and you're preparing for the tournament?
No, I don't know. There's no relief. You know, in 15 minutes we'll be watching tape of UMass. You know, so there's our goal is to win the Atlantic 10 tournament, and that's been the goal since we first started. And it's better to go into the tournament, you know, on a roll than to go in on a losing streak. You know, so hopefully this game helps us you know, play better at UMass, and hopefully we can, you know, win by 1 at UMass and then go into the tournament 2-0. You know, and our goal is to be, you know, 6-0 in the next, whatever, 2 weeks.
You guys were 9 for 21 from 3. About half of those were Daryl. But just where do you think of the looks overall from 3?
I thought we did a better job of, you know, one of the things that we've been struggling with was, you know, driving and trying to finish. I thought we did a much better job of driving, pivoting, and kicking it out. You know, defense always shrinks. You know, offense begins in dribble penetration. Defense breaks down in dribble penetration. But we were breaking down the defense, but then we were trying to finish over 6'10", 6'11" guys. And I thought in the last, you know, 2 or 3 days we did a much better job in practice of pivoting, kicking it out. And as you know, it's much easier to hit threes stepping into the ball than, you know, trying to create one off the bounce.
Coach, talk about the 3-point shots. Daryl drew 9 fouls, and a handful of them were on long-range shots. What do you think of his ability to draw fouls?
Yeah, well, he's smart, you know, and everybody knows from a defensive standpoint they have to close out on him. You know, so he gets them off balance, you know, a little shot fake, and, you know, he's savvy. He knows how to score, and, you know, and we fouled, you know, the jump shooter a couple of times too, you know, so that wasn't good.
Sure.
But I think he has a knack to score the ball.
And then Kyrell dealing with some foul trouble. Just how do you evaluate how Brett?
I thought Brett did well. You know, he had his mistakes just like everybody else, but you know, I thought he had, you know, a big layup, you know, a couple of assists. But I thought he was a positive for us today.
Even with Daryl going off for 36, you had 3 other guys in double figures. Do you feel like the ball moved around even as?
Yeah. I thought, you know, we had 12 assists. You know, you try to shoot for 15. But I thought we shared the ball better. We got to the foul line. But yeah, we had better spacing, and, you know, they're difficult to play against because they switch 1 through 4. They try to disrupt you a little bit. But I thought we did a decent job, you know, handling what they were doing, the 1-2-2 press. We turned it over a couple times. But I thought we got better looks today than we have been.
Anything else? All right.
Thanks.